Alrighty, I'm back at it again with the silent but deadly loadout. Just in case you didn't know, it's the MP5-K with a crossbow. Crossbow, excuse me. Both of these weapons barely make any noise when they hit somebody. The crossbow doesn't make any noise at all, besides that, that whoosh you get past your ear whenever the player misses. But anyways, so on this map, the Dverg Forest, or however you say it, the most of the loot is actually in the middle, where all the shelters are, because that's how this game works. That's the main goal, to get over there and see what I can find. But it doesn't hurt to check any of these other areas, like when I just spawned next to. Now immediately, if you paid attention at the very beginning of this match, the comm station, or a comm station, and the disruptive tower are right to the left of me. I don't go for that. You know why? Because that's a hotspot. And I ain't got time for all that right now. I'm built to get the drop on somebody, not to immediately confront somebody. Now, there is another landmark up here called the river crossing. You are a sitting duck while you're crossing that river, because you only have so many options to leave, and if you do leave, you're going to be really slow coming out of. Or a hopping bunny. I say hopping bunny because you want to hop between rock to rock, but as you're hopping, you can't run. So yeah, easy target indeed. Now, since somebody hit one of them, there is a 33% chance that somebody's behind me, because obviously there's two more. And, when somebody hits one, that means one's gone. So, 33%. Now, I'm going to approach this river crossing going very, very slowly. Because, like I said, sitting duck, I've had plenty of deaths through here. And, dying in this game is really rage-inducing. And I ain't got time for all that. So, checking the ridge over there, make sure nobody's walking over there. And I decided to go for it. Because it looks clear, it seems clear, but don't follow me up, because everything that seems clear may not be clear. It's like walking that rope bridge, and all of a sudden you see a little crack in the rope, and you're like, please don't fall. Yeah, this is what this is right here. Luckily, nobody's camping with a scoped rifle overwatching this position. So, I make it out just fine. Onwards and upwards. Excuse me. Onwards and upwards to the middle of the map. Now, watch what I do here. I skirt the edge of the riverbank, because that way, if I do get caught out, all I gotta do is run immediately to one direction. And that one direction is to my left. If I run to my right, I'll get stuck in the river, and yeah, slow people die easily in this game. Now, to sit on detector, somebody just hit it. Obviously, it's in the middle of the map, which means that obviously people are there, and that's where I'm trying to go. This really sucky thing about this map is you won't find a lot of loot outside the town area. If you do, it's going to be along paths. And like I said in one of my previous videos, if you walk along a path, you are literally a dead man walking. So I got a ways to go before I get to the town. And notice how I pulled over. There's a troll here. I guess I'm going to try to find it. I mean, what else am I going to do? If you walk alongside a path, or along a path, directly in the middle of it, sitting duck, out in the open. Black Hawk Down, watch that movie. And that's all I really need to know. I think I see a guy on the other side of the riverbank, but I kind of don't pay any attention because it looks like he is heading toward the weapons container. And there's that troll that I kind of don't really care about, but I'll get it anyway. That phone? Nah, I'm not answering that unless I get a certain like percentage on this video. Let's say like 5 likes. Then next time you see a Vigor video, then I will hit the phone and have a duel with somebody, and we'll just fight to the death. I'll put on my black Air Force Ones and pull out an LMG, and we'll go to war. 5 likes. There you go. That's the goal. But back to this here match or whatever. keep walking along this path. Now, the fact of how there are trees on both sides of this path means that I have plenty of places to hide, but there's plenty of places for enemies to hide as well. Well, not enemies, quote-unquote, other Outlanders. And I think here, actually no, I probably already spotted him. But yeah, he's going to the weapons container, which means there's going to be a fight over there. Pro tip, if you hear a sudden alarm go off and flares shoot up into the sky, somebody has shot off the locks on the weapons container and not unlocked them. You know, like going up and getting the right number combination. Yeah, no, you can actually shoot those off, but it will alert everybody to your presence and call in a mortar strike on you. So, yeah, Bohemian Interactive don't really want you to shoot off locks on their containers, but, you know, when you gotta get out fast, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. So now we're getting towards the road, and I'm gonna stop behind this rock, and I'm gonna check behind me. Anybody walking? Doesn't seem like it. Now, like I said, you do find loot outside of town, but mostly it's like scattered in the forest and alongside paths. Notice how I don't directly take the road right there, because like I said, I don't want to get caught out in the open. We're almost to the town area. There's going to be a little building coming up to my left, and I'm going to search that. That's pretty much the really first building that you see before you enter into the town area. Now, I don't know what went on here, you know, story plot line wise, but rest in peace, young Olaf. You will be missed. Yeah, you left fuel, wires, and some more fuel. So I guess you had a boating accident? I don't know. So yeah, rest in peace, young Olaf. What, like 2016 to 2021? I don't know. Yeah. So anyways, we're about at that house. It should be just over this clearing. And I don't hear anybody near me. I don't see anybody. But what I do see is that red shelter right there. A door is open. So obviously somebody had looted that area. And my guess, they probably went straight to the town. Because like I said, that's where all the loot is on this map. Check behind me again. Make sure nobody's walking. What people like to do too is they'll sit up on that ridge and go prone. And they'll just wait for you to walk. And then you're going to be caught in a crossfire and you don't even know where the cross is. So now we're into this little shelter. Guess what? There's nothing in here. What was the point? The point of a shelter is to have a very safe area. Well, relatively safe, because you're never safe in this game. A safe area to check the map, get your bearings, and see where you're at. You don't check the map outside unless you have somebody covering you, or...
The plane is near. Get ready for the airdrop.
Yeah, no one cares. You don't check your map unless you are either in a like really safe area or 2 out of your 4 sides are covered, just like how I did right there. My left and my right side was covered, but I was exposed in my front and my back. So all I had to do is somebody shot me was just run straight and not to the right. Because if you run to the right, that's like actually more time for you to, you know, move your finger to the left or right instead of just going straight. So yeah, now we're here. Notice something. All of these cars have not been opened. None. Oh, except for that one. But that was probably pre-open, you know, for map decoration. When you open a car on this game, everybody in the galaxy will know where you're at. I've said that many times. I'm going to keep saying it too. Okay, so now we're in the middle of the map. And like I said, usually you don't want to walk alongside a path. But some loot is scattered, you know, laying beside cars and not necessarily in cars. I don't know it just yet, but I'm actually very, very close to the airdrop. I don't look at my map, but a particular event is going to happen to let me know I'm near the airdrop. Okay, so I'll check the map. I know I'm near it now. But the proximity of it will be given away by a significant event. running. So, at least one person is here. There he is. Now, there are two people here. One of them just shot. Okay, three people are here. One just ran into a shelter, and another one is probably chasing him. There are no teams. Yeah, it's about to turn up now. There are no teams in this lobby, so it's every man for themselves. It's 95% the right assumption to make when you see two people running after one another. They're probably chasing. Well, one's evading and one's pursuing. I have seen cases where two randoms will actually get together and fight, like other people. It's very wholesome. I wouldn't recommend it though, because as soon as you say hey, you get shot in the head and they take all your stuff. They don't care. Now, I'm assuming that old dude ran into that yellow house right there. Now, I can't get the drop on him with my crossbow because he's covered with walls. So I'm going to make my way along this fence line and wait. At a certain point, I'm like, okay, nobody's here. But I'm going to hush and watch what happens. I don't know where dude came from, but that literally scared the heck out of me. Yeah, it's always in your best interest to account for everybody that you see. That guy was pursuing that guy for the last 3 minutes, had to be. So I see him walk in there and he closed the door behind him. Knowledgeable player. He doesn't want anybody to come in the house. So I guess he trolled him. He healed up in front of his face and then shot his body. And now, I'm like, okay, you're in the house. You expect me to come through that door. You do. Big brain time. Windows. Back in the bad old days, you couldn't get in a window from the outside. But now, you can. I just hope he doesn't hear the window opening. Notice how I go prone at the window. Usually, I mean, yeah, the window opening's a dead giveaway, but you don't want to see. You don't want him to see your head as you're opening the window. Tense standoff time. Here we go. He's obviously in here too. He's not in the hallway. He's in that room. He's right there. Throughout that entire encounter, I didn't lose a single point of health because I was crouched. If I was standing, he probably would have headshotted me. So I'm going to take all his materials and 6 alarms. I don't know why he has 6 alarms, but, I mean, okay, I'll take it. I'm going to realize something. I have a crossbow. I can make that easily. He's a, what, a para? Yeah, I'm going to upgrade my loot real quick. I can make another crossbow. I can also make a para, but it's the fact of upgrading, you know? And here comes the radiation. It's go time now. And people are fighting behind me for the airdrop. Don't pay them any attention. My main goal now is to escape with my life intact. So you have to be very, very efficient with how you're running towards the exit. You gotta run straight, and I mean straight line to the exit. You see how I'm like trying to figure out a way to go over that ledge right there? Precious time. That radiation does not take any free prisoners. It eats away at your maximum health with no regard. So I'm thinking I'm gonna head over to that exit up here on top of that road, and I'm gonna be fine. Pop some iodine because I don't want to lose any more health for the moment. And along this road, and something says, check your map. My intuition tells me to check my map. There's a closer exit right there. So I point straight toward it and I run. The most used exit on this map is probably the one all the way at the bottom, where there are three shelters, two on the right, one on the left, and one little tent. There's actually two landmarks. That's probably the most used shelter. Now, right here, I'm expecting crows. As if you have watched my last video, you will know that crows are a dead giveaway to a person. There are no crows. I'm checking to make sure nobody's following me. And that's it. I'm good. Hoorah. That's it. I'm safe. I did it. Well fought encounter. I even got somebody. Catch you in the next one, folks.